Well, shucks, Toronto. Look at that. Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley, William Nylander. They win something. They win the All-Star game. You have the first game at home after the All-Star break, and it's against the New York Islanders, who you lost to in overtime. And you also, again, lost to in overtime. So you lose each game by 1 goal. No Dobson has like 6 points in those 2 games. Barzal's dominated those 2 games. And we lose by 1 goal. But this time, Toronto doesn't get an extra point. They just lose. And who's it to blame? Themselves. I'm going to blame the All-Star game. I'm going to think that Morgan Riley and the boys were a bit hungover still. Hungover from the festivities, the excitement, they're drained. Plus, hungover because they definitely got absolutely smashed after winning. I would have. So Leafs lose 3-2 to the New York Islanders. Samsonov, I thought, had a really good game. He probably wants that, the 3rd goal back and stuff. But you can't blame him. He played really well, I thought. Steady. He was steady in there. He looked distraught on the bench when they had to pull him, obviously to get this extra attacker, but he had a really good game. You know who else had a really good game? John Tavares. Frickin' hell did he fight, man. He had so many chances. He got one of the game-tying goals. And he worked, and then at the end of the game, he just went back at Kyle Clutterbuck. Kyle Clutterbuck definitely cross-checked him in the back, and he just said, F this. I'm not taking it. Playoff Tavares. This is what we want for playoff Tavares. Yes, the Leafs lost. At this point, who gives a shit? Right? It sucks. Losing. It does. They didn't play a horrible game, but you had Tavares. He was skating hard. He had tons of chances. He was in the thick of it, and then, he just went back at it. He just said, screw it. Clutterbuck, let's go. He got absolutely, dummied, or, was it Mayfield? Whoever's 24 on the Islanders just freaking jumped him when he went back at Cal Clutterbuck. I'm sure Clutterbuck doesn't need your support. I think he can handle himself. But anyway, that was nice to see from John. And I just wish they could have tied it. He had tons of chances there at the end. Willie had chances at the end. Riley, Matthews, they all did. Just couldn't bury one. Anyway, how the game goes. First goal, what is it? Barzal enters the zone. He does a little curl up, feeds it over to, it might have been Nelson. Someone, a lefty, takes a slap shot off the post, goes through Samsonov, and Barzal beats his man to the puck. I forget who the man was there. But he beat him to the puck. He scored. So Leafs not being able to cover that man coming into the slot costs on that goal. But Barzal's fast as hell. God, he looked good in the All-Star game. He looked good tonight. What else happened this game? So it was 1-0 for a while. And then second period, Benoit tries to lay a hit on Barzal and barely gets him. And then Bo Horvat obviously goes, well, okay, I guess I'll go towards him in his 700th game. And Benoit's like, we're fighting. And Horvat's like, shit, okay. and they fought. I thought it was all right, A couple punches landed in the helmets each. I'm sure there was some bloody knuckles, or at least some scrapes there. And then somehow Horvat got the additional 2 for unsportsmanlike. So who knows what he did after, I guess. Because they didn't call it instigator. So that ended up being 4-on-4. And then off the draw, Tavares wins it. Matthews pokes it to him. Tavares gets the puck back. Islanders just all decide to go to Tavares. And then he's just like, I guess I'll feed Mitch Marner by himself. And then it was basically a 2-on-1 within the blue line. Matthews and Marner. And Marner goes backhand, forehand. Is he going to pass it? No, he rips it top corner. Made it 1-1. That was great. That was huge. And then, the Leafs get a power play, and they're generating some chances, and you can see that the penalty kill, or the power play time is dwindling. And then Liljegren steps up, and Cal Clutterbuck's on his butt, and no one takes the guy coming out of the box. I'm sure the Leafs bench should have been screaming at him, like, time, or Samsonov banging his stick. And freaking McLean gets out there, he scores a breakaway goal, and it was a beautiful move. Like backhand, forehand, backhand around Samsonov goal, and that made it 2-1. He's celebrating. His dad's on the bench with Patrick Wall. He's part of his coaching staff, and there we go. It's 2-1. So Leafs got to work for it. They got to work for it, and work for it they do. And it's the third period. Time's dwindling, and I was like, this isn't good. Like, as it not good? Like, I don't think the Leafs are going to score on Sorokin. Sorokin wants this, right? And then frickin' Nylander back to Riley, quick release, and it's like, who wants to tip it? No guy was actually in front of the net, like, as in, like, their body screening Sorokin, but Tavares was on the right side coming through to the left, Matthews was on the left side coming through to the right, and their sticks just enter. Tavares is the one who gets the tip straight down. Sorokin has no chance. Goal. 2-2. He celebrates hard. I celebrate hard. Everyone celebrates hard. We're like, Leafs got this. Leafs got this. Boom. And then Leaf Killer, who the Leafs traded, I think it was like February 26th. His first time back in Toronto. Pierre frickin' Engvall scores the game-winning goal. The Giraffe scores. Morgan Riley flubs the... He tries to, he's on his, is he on his backhand there, or forehand? I don't know, I think it was his backhand. He just tried to bring it, I guess, and it's like the puck went up on his stick, and he kind of like flubbed it, and, yeah, and then, obviously, so the puck stays in, it goes to the other side, and then Engvall goes behind the net, Riley's with him, then the tunnel vision happens, Riley's looking for the play, Engvall somehow, being like 7'8", squeezes in between Riley and the post to get the body position in front of the net. I don't know how you lose that guy. And then he slides a 5-hole, and of course he gets the game-winning goal. And crap, Leaf Killer, Pierre Engvall. It just sucks. The Leafs gave it. It was a good game. It was a good game. You could tell, like, injuries and players who weren't playing make a difference. Like, you don't realize how important Calle Yarncroke is, or David Kampfer, because there's players, like, I love that Reeves got to play a couple games. He scored last game. He had a prime scoring chance tonight, and he missed the net. He got on a shift with, I think it was Matthews and Marner, which was really weird. Could have been Tavares and Nylander. I was like, what the hell is going on? But then all he did was take a penalty, and then he's unplayable after that. Yeah. Matt Nyes had a few chances early on, and then he was absent. Domi was skating hard. Robertson he didn't have the best game. Like, they didn't play bad, but they didn't play amazing. I guess you can say the same for the Islanders. This is a game back from the All-Star game. Does Brad need to make some moves? Probably. Should Brad give up someone like Fraser Minton or Easton Cowan to do it? Hell no. Look what Cowan's doing in the OHL. Look what Minton's doing in the WHL. No. Like, is this the year to go for it? You got the big guy's side for quite a while, right? Easton Cowan and Fraser Minton are going to fill gaps that you're about to lose because you're not going to afford Bertuzzi and everyone else. So you're going to use these guys. You're going to need them, and they're damn good players. So see how this year goes. Don't pay a first for frickin' Tanev. You know what I mean? Anyway, Leafs lose 3-2 to the Islanders. Islanders sweep the series, and it sucks. But there's always the next one. It's the first game after the All-Star break. At least it wasn't like a 9-2 drumming, right? And I thought they played all right. Ah, damn, so close. They always do it. Tie, and then lose it in the end.